Erik here. So, 14 years ago, I started this channel. Uh, I wanted to start it just as a means to kind of show my process, show my journey. That's kind of when I started getting into competition shooting. So, again, it just started as me trying to help others not go through what I had to go through. There was a lot of frustration sometimes, and if I wasn't so stubborn, I probably would have quit. But I didn't, and I decided to start a channel and share what I did and share what I learned and help others. So here we are, 14 years later, about to hit 100,000 subscribers. That's crazy. So anyway, uh, I think we need about 15 more, but so hey Joel. So anyway, I think we need about 15 more, and I just realized I have no way to check since, since I'm on the live stream and I don't have anything else. So uh, somebody else like share this with your friends. Tell them to, we just need like 15 more, and we'll hit 100,000. It's I I wish I was home. Like I'm in a hotel room right now. And why? Because I'm going to a match. So I guess 14 years later, it's still going on. That's kind of crazy to think about. So anyway, uh, I don't know where the camera's at. I'm gonna figure it out. It's over here. All right, now I know where to look. Anyway, so yeah, it's kind of crazy uh, to see how far I have come, which in reality not very far, because I'm in the pretty much in the same town that I started going uh, to matches 14 years ago. It's crazy. All right, so let's ask some questions, or I'll answer some questions. Uh, so 14 years later, you guys still don't know how to spell my name. Maybe that's the next milestone when you guys get my name spelled correctly. I'm teasing. All right, ask some questions. Let's uh let's have some fun and at the same time be informative. What do you guys want to know? Ask away. So Wind Call Diaries. That's a funny. If you guys don't know what that is, go to Instagram and look up Wind Call Diaries. You're gonna have fun. Uh, YouTube is so much cooler than barn houses. Well, they were also on YouTube. What's my thoughts on the sixth Creedmoor? It's great. It's just kind of a barrel burner, and but yeah, it's a good one. How many yes daddies do you get? It's you daddies. I'm gonna get I think 5. I need to go back and uh we need more on tuner adjustment on the fly at the match. Yeah, I did that. You were there. You were there last time I did that. And anyway, I'm not here to convince anyone of anything. I'm just showing you again, like 14 years ago. I'm just showing you guys what I do, and if it helps you, great. If it doesn't, I'm sure there'll be somebody else that can help you. But it's all good. Are you gonna shoot rimfire? Yeah, I am. And as a matter of fact, I have voodoo actions. I have 2. So I have never looked at the Rim X, but I have 2 voodoos. 7 PRC, PRCW. The W stands for Wheeler. The the PR, Hornady now has a PRC. So what I'm shooting is the PRCW, which is the 6.5 grand, 6.5 grand. I read the next message, which is the 6.5 Creedmoor. Let me back it up. It's the 6.5 PRC necked up to 7mm. I'm calling it the PRCW. There's a million different names for it. Are you gonna ever go back to building barn doors? Man, I don't know. At this point, I'm having way too much fun to even consider. thinking about barndos. Love your videos. What is the biggest piece of advice you would give to someone who just started reloading? Uh, Keep it simple and don't don't get trapped trying to. Not all guns are quarter-minute guns. Shoot for half MOA for now. Once you get that dry fire, go put in some trigger time. Love your videos. What is the biggest? Okay, that's the one question. So I think 450 is not as hot as BR2. I don't know. Don't know. It doesn't matter. You got to do some testing. See which one it likes. How is your new 6.5 PRC, the 7 PRCW? It's great. What caliber do you like to shoot? Well, it depends. For F class, I like the 7 millimeters. 284 Shihane, the Wimp, what I call the Wimp, which is the 284 Wheeler improved, which is the same as a Shihane. And lately, I've been testing the PRCW, the 7, which is a 6.5 PRC necked up to 7 millimeter. Erik, I'm not sure if you talked about this before, but do you let your rounds sit in the sun to warm up before a match? Nope. I just send it. Did you retire from building barndominiums? Yes, I did. Adjusted 10 notches based on temp? Question mark. Talk to me at the match tomorrow. It's a little bit more involved than that. It's a Magnum SRP as hot as the standard large rifle. I don't know. I don't know much about primers. What I do is whenever I'm gonna have a new cartridge, I test multiple primers, see what works best. Those were all jokes. Seriously, thank you for all you do in F class and the shooting sports. Thank you, John. Would you shave your stash at 200,000? Yes, at 200,000, I will shave my stash, everything. Let's do that. 22 Sniper, the Chase Stroud interview was awesome. Yeah, man, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. F class, have a handicap class. Yep, FTR. Oh my God, they're gonna kill me. No, they don't. I love my FTR friends. How temp stay was 555, dude. I don't know. That's what I'm shooting right now, and that powder is freaking amazing. I shouldn't say that because then I'm not gonna be able to find it, but I haven't found it to be very temp stable, honestly. I'm trying to think, because I shot it. I shot it last week when it was like in the 50s, and then I shot it today, which is 75, and I did not set up a chronograph. I'm hoping I can do that tomorrow, but I think it's not that much. I mean, it shot great in 50 degrees, and it shot great today. Biggest takeaway from needs more rifles. You need a good stock. You need to be comfortable when you pull the trigger. When we first got them, the stocks were just flopping all over the place. And you need a solid foundation in a sense of those plastic stocks. You couldn't even tighten the screws. I think you need pillar bedding, something solid. So how many SKSs do you have? 0, believe it or not. What are your plans for the Needs More Gun series once it's done? Honestly, I'm probably gonna go to a shooting range and just walk up and down, maybe strike a conversation with some young'uns, and probably at least give one of them away. I think those could go to somebody that could really use them. We've had plenty of fun with them, and you guys hopefully have learned a lot from them. And more likely, at least one of them, that's what I'm gonna do. Do you chamber your own barrels? Yep, I do. I'm interested in trying out competitive rifle shooting. What would you suggest as a good class to start out with? Well, it depends what you want to do. Prone, if you're going to shoot prone, F class is good. You can shoot FTR or F open. FTR is limited to 308 or 223, and F opens, anything goes up to 33 caliber. FTR has to be shot from a bipod. F open, you can use a mechanical front rest, or you can use a bipod if you want. Now, if you want to kind of run and gun and do positional, then PRS is what I would recommend that you do. They're both fun. It's just whatever you like to do. Love the series on building up the machine shop and how the tuner parts are made. Thank you. Hello, hello, hello. Go Jags. Yep, I'm handicapped. Oh, my bad. Shit, now I feel bad. God dang it. I thought you meant like golf hand. Okay. Yes, they do have a handicap. They'll let you shoot off a table, I believe. Uh, my bad. Shit, son of a bitch. Sorry. How do you spend a month on powder? How much do you spend a month on powder? Well, it depends which month. uh, what happened to the V2 finale series? It's still going. Uh, I'm just those videos take like 8 hours each to edit, so I work on them like here and there. But yeah, I know I need to get back to them. Hello from New Zealand. Thank you. When you switch to a new caliber, how many rounds does it take to get it sorted out? It depends. Some of them are harder than others. Uh, but man, I hate to put a number to it because, like, okay, I'll tell you what. Like when I tried it 300 WSM, I tried it for two barrels and I finally just gave it up. It's not that it wasn't. It's not that it wasn't shooting. It's just I wasn't consistent with it. So it all depends. What do you think about riding scopes? Man, I'm sorry, I've never heard of them. I have no opinion. Would you shoot a PRS rimfire match? Yeah, yeah, I will. What would be your rifle of choice? It's gonna be a Voodoo. I already have one from DI Precision. Great idea for needs more. Thank you. Are you using Speeder's method to chamber barrels? Yeah. He's my mentor, man. Can you get some videos of lathe work, chambering barrels, making dice, etc.? They're on the website, as a matter of fact. If you guys go to my website, there's a member section. I know it costs $15 a month, but it's all there. All the chambering, all the interviews with Speedy. Like that's where we really get into the weeds. Congratulations, I'm late to the party. Hey, Johnny. Thanks, Johnny. I was about to go to bed and then I realized, oh crap, I'm almost to 100K. I better stay up and do a live stream. You ever going to compete in King of 2 Mile? I don't know. Chase, I've had so many people ask me. Chase, Stroud, as you guys know. Who else? Robert Brandley, Paul Phillips, all of them have asked me to shoot it, but not at the moment. Did Kleckner get you excited about obtaining your SOT and get those tuner suppressors into production? Well, I don't need excitement, but knowledge is always something that I really appreciate. And I guess to answer your question, yes, I did get excited. However, we do have some projects that need to get completed before we do anything else. So that's kind of how that's going to go. I'll be ordering a new EC tune brake for the new benchmark barrel. Thank you. Subbing for 100,000. Great con. Thank you. What tuner of yours will work best on my Bergara HMR in 300 PRC? Get the next gen 30 caliber tuner brake. What's your opinion on all this talk from Litz about tuners not working? I think people expect the world of difference and not realistic results. If you guys don't know, I have another channel called Believe the Target. That's where I do podcasts and things like that. It's a podcast channel. Brian Litz will be there next week, so you guys can hear our conversation. I don't like speaking in public, good or bad or anything about what others have to say. I'd rather just go straight to them and talk to them. So him and I are going to have a conversation, and you guys can check it out. Again, it's on my other channel called Believe the Target. Go sign up because we're going to talk to Mr. Litz. Have you subscribed to your channel? have been subscribed to your channel since you were doing barndle stuff. Thank you. Do you have a brake for a Ruger American Ranch? Yeah, it just 762. Yeah, that's 30 caliber. So uh, just depends on what threads you have. But yeah, we have them. Love the channel. Thank you. Do you have a lot more reloading videos on Patreon? Yes. What would the issues be if I'm not getting consistent seating depth and I'm measuring base case to ogive? Uh, Multiple things. One of them is, do you have a compressed load? Because if you do, oftentimes the powder pushes the bullet back out. That's number one. Number two, inconsistent. Maybe you have too much neck tension, and it, you know, there's it just too much friction, and it doesn't push the bullets all the way in. So something along those lines. Take a look at that. See if you can find something. Are you able to send tuners to New Zealand? Yes. Hey, is it possible to get an easy tuner in Canada? Yep, we have dealers up there. Go to my website, ericcortina.com or shootsmallgroups.com, and you can see our dealers there. Do you make barrel tuner brake in 875/32? You know, I was thinking about that. Seriously, I was thinking about that earlier, and I'm like, wait a minute, that thread length is massive. I don't think we're going to be able to make that work. So I was going to give you the bad news in private, but hey, now it's in public. We're going to find some 284 Win brass. I think you have it all hoarded. I was going to say on my shelf, but I don't know where else you could find it. I own 2 of them. Thank you. Thanks for being you. Thank you for liking me. Chuck, thank you. If you were going to buy one rifle for hunting in North America, what brand would you purchase? Ah, man, I don't know. I don't buy factory rifles. I don't know. Phil Valayo, I know he did something with Tikas. He really liked them. When we were doing the Creedmoor or the Needs More series, actually, that's still going on. We're going to get back to that because there's a lot more to do. But people were saying I should have gotten a Bergara, and I should have gotten a Tika, and I should have gotten, there's so many good ones out there. I'm not going to say there's bad ones. I'm not going to say some are bad. I think they're all good. So I don't think you can make a wrong decision. Hi, Eric. I'm pretty experienced shooter in long range shooting, but wanting to take the next step. Although I can't find a mentor, what are your suggestions? Well, quit saying that you're very experienced, because nobody wants to teach somebody who thinks they know everything. I'm being honest with you. Like when I first read, hi, Eric, I'm pretty experienced shooter in long range, I thought, okay, here we go. He's going to give me a sermon of some type, because that's usually how it starts. So be humble, ask questions, and become a student. That's all I can tell you. And you'll find a mentor. You'll find somebody that wants to help you if they know that you're somebody that's teachable. So sorry if that was too direct. Guess a lot of you were hitting that 300 WSM for long range. Have they started adapt the 300 PRC? Nope. If not, is there a reason? Yep, too much recoil, barrel life is not very good, and brass, you can't find really good brass for it. So 300, it's just too big for what we do. We shoot 20-shot strings, man. That's a lot. Watching all the interviews, they're great. Thank you. How did you start your machine shop without a loan? Oh man, that's a long conversation, but we're gonna have to do that some other time. Have you ever seen signs of case head separation on Lapua brass early in firing count? Have you seen signs of case head separation on Lapua brass early? No, I have not. Case head separation is from too much headspace. And dang, my arm is getting tired. I love the 6.5 tuner brake on my Bergara. Shooting hand loads, making 289 groups with it. I use your reloading methodology with the F-class John in there. Thank you. But now you can't. I was gonna make a tuner joke. I'll make it. Tuners don't work, so maybe you measure wrong. Did the tub donut cutting bullet tips improve anything? I haven't tried them. Hey man, you have helped me take my reloading to the next level without going down all the different rabbit holes. Congrats on 100,000. Thank you. Grinding dust. Message retracted. Don't be scared. First live stream I could catch. Nice. Well, yeah, dude, but it's freaking late. It's 10:30 p.m. But I'm glad I'm doing it. Thanks for the Need More series. Thank you. Thanks for the great content. Thank you. Hunting is hunting. Yep. I have learned a lot from your videos and wanted to get into longer distance shooting. My max now is 500 yards with 243. What do you recommend for me to buy as for a rifle and caliber? 243 is pretty kick-ass. I mean, that thing will do 1,000, no problem. So stay with the 243 for now. Just, I don't know what twist you have, but load the longest bullet, or, you know, the longest bullet you can get. See whatever burger makes. If you can get 105 in that thing, dude, 243 is freaking kick-ass. The 7 PRC seems to be going well. Would you recommend it now? Builds. Yeah, I think I'm at the point where I would recommend it. Yeah, I would. Just don't get fancy with it. Just neck up the 6.5. Would you do an interview with David Tubb? Yeah, I think so. I'd like to. Your interviews have been very helpful. I am concerned I have corroded my 284 barrel. What should I be looking at? Corroded? What should I be looking for as far as issues? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I would go in there with abrasives and get rid of the corrosion. You need a permit to import a brake into New Zealand, but you don't have for a tuner. I have a couple. Okay, there you go. 300 PRC is a Punisher. Yep. Why are smaller calibers inherently more accurate than larger calibers? I just think people can shoot them better because they kick less. Does Emo do interviews? Preslick? Yeah. What other firearms do you own? Just PRS rifles and F-class rifles. I have a shotgun, like a pump shotgun. Like I'm not a collector. If they don't get used, they get sold. I have a couple of 22s. That's it, man. I'm not a collector. I'm a shooter. Doesn't John Wooden compete with a 243? Yep, I know he did at one point. He did really good with it too. In bench rest, what's the best way to hold the rifle? I have no idea. I don't shoot bench rest. Do you ever shoot anything not F-class? Yeah, PRS. I've done a little PRS, but I wouldn't consider myself a PRS shooter. I'm not that good at it. It's just fun for me. What's the best budget 700 actions under 1,000? I look forward to all your videos. What's the best budget 700 actions under 1,000? I'm gonna answer it the same way I answer always. You should not be going budget on an action because actions are technically free. Let me explain. I bought actions years ago, like 3-4 years ago. Okay, and I bought them for like $1,200. Right now, those same actions are like $1,600. If I want to sell those actions right now, I could easily get $1,200, which means for the last 4 or 5 years that I've been using them, I would have used them for free. So if I were you, I'd save up a little more money and get a really good action, something that's really popular, something that if you had to get rid of it, somebody would want it. Nobody really wants budget actions. So that's my advice for you. The tuner brake absolutely works. I did no seating depth testing, only seating to fit and function with a mag and tune to the load. We'll be buying more. Yeah, thank you, sir. Plans to get him. I'm assuming you're asking about David Tubb or Preslick. Yep, David Tubb, I want to talk to him. Preslick, man, if you guys are asking about Preslick, he's on a lot of different places. So I don't know that we have much to talk about. We probably do, but I'm just saying. But David Tubb, probably going to talk to him. When's the interview with Brian Litz? Next week. Any opinion, modern Spartan systems clean? Nope, I have never used it. What's the difference between next gen and the Benchrest EC tuner brake? The Benchrest is inch 250 and the ports are straight, because in Benchrest you cannot have angled ports. Plus you can reuse the action when the barrel's done. Correct. What is the take on titanium actions? They're light. I don't know, I've never used them. So where would you go about getting a top class competition action? In Canada? Man, I don't know. I don't know, I have no idea. Emo Preslick. Yeah, I mean, Emo's good, man. I like him. He's a friend of mine. I'll probably ask him. I'm gonna be at SHOT Show, so I'll ask him if he wants to do something. What is the best board in action? Well, the one I have, obviously. I use the BRMXDs for F-Class, and I use the Mountaineers for PRS. That's the only two that I know. How many rounds do you shoot when testing your load? It depends. I typically do 5-shot groups, and then when I'm pretty much settled on a load, I do 20 shots like F-Class. First live stream of yours that I've got to watch. I've been watching you for about 4 years now. I've learned a lot from you in hand loading and shooting. Thanks. Thank you, Samuel. Beef ribs versus pork ribs. I usually eat pork. I'm in Texas. There's a lot of barbecue here, so it's mainly pork. I've had beef ribs, but mainly I eat pork. What lathe would you recommend for turning barrels? I assume you mean chambering barrels. I mean, there's so many good ones out there. Precision Matthews, Grizzly. I mean, Grizzly makes lathes. What is Speedy Use? Speedy Use is a different brand. God dang, I can't think of it right now. But just do some research. You're just gonna need like a 12 by 36 minimum, and bigger. Good evening, Eric. Funny to see you live while I clean a few barrels with CLR. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad it's working for you. Just, don't leave it in there overnight. Just patch it a few times, and then I just run 3 wet patches with CLR. Let it sit there for 2-3 minutes, and then I chase it with alcohol, and then I go after it with a patch out and accelerator. And then after that, ISO. But of course, it depends on how dirty it is. That's why you need bore scopes. Did you ever hire that engineer from past video a while back? Nope, not yet. What's your thoughts on the 308 Winchester? It works. Depends on what you want to do with it. After completing the OCW test and determining your initial consistent combustion load, internal. I don't like calling it ignition load because they're all ignite, right? Then you're going to extend the seating depth out until harmonics appear happy. No, you got to go the other way. At what point do you add powder? You shouldn't have to move enough to need more powder. But you're going to start long and you're going to work your way short. My super trickler arrived. Hope you will do more videos with yours. F-Class John. He's the techie guy. Can't even find a place to start learning to compete down here. Look for a range. Look for a shooting range and show up. You're gonna learn. I was hoping that the Needs More Series would have proved that the tuners are decent replacement for reloading for us broke trigger junkies. Well, it did. That was the biggest. That's the thing that made the biggest difference. But that was after we got a good stock. So, yeah, I mean, the tuner brake is what finally got it down to half MOA. Do you ever plan to host a shoot? Jason has told me that before, but he's because he used to be a sniper instructor. But I don't know. Would you be coming to South Africa? Yes. Good luck with 100,000. Thank you. I think you still need 100 subs. No way. uh, Speedy probably uses the lathe he took off. He uses, I think it's called a sharp. I think it's sharp lathes. Look it up. What's the longest shot you have made before? I think 1,500 yards. I tried over cleaner and wiped it. Oh, oven cleaner. I've heard that before. I've never have, but I've heard that before. I watched your second interview with Jack Neary and built a 650C and bought a neck turner, and I'm an F-class shooter and never shot benches. I was talking to Jack earlier. He's a great guy. In a scale of 1 to 10, how important is turning your necks? It's not. It's not very important. What do you think of the 270? I don't like 270s. To this day, I don't like 270s. I've noticed you go out of the country to compete a few times now. Nothing ever draw you to Canada? Of course, I was there in 2017 for the World Championship. No, I was there in 2017. World Championship. Do you reload your hunting rounds the same as your competition? Yep. Well, I don't point. But everything else, yeah. I mean, it's just really easier for me. Tight neck reamers or match reamers? Whoa, I don't know what the difference is. Tight neck is, I mean, it's simple, but what's a match reamer? I don't know what a match reamer is. Can you elaborate on that? I got me some Lapua brass, like you said, and I shot 1/2 inch at 300 yards with my Savage. Told you. Do you own an AR? Yes, I do. My AR was, the first one I bought was a 6.8 SPC, and I didn't really like it, so I turned it into a 6.5 Grendel, and now it finally became a 6 ARC, because we're going to be doing some videos on that. Why don't you like the 270? It was one of the first rifles that I was ever that I ever hunted with, and I missed deer with it, and it turned out it wasn't the rifle, it was the scope, but it's still, to this day, it still kind of still burns, and I just never, I don't like it because of that. I know that's, but in reality, I mean, it's a good round, don't get me wrong, but you can do a 6.5 Creed, or even a 6.5 by 55. There's so many rounds that can do just as good, if not better. They have better bullet selection. That's the big thing. Or anyway, standard chamber. Okay. Standard chamber. I guess you're asking me if you should get a standard chamber or a tight neck. Well, it depends. If you're gonna turn necks, you're gonna have to get a tight neck. Standard chamber if you're not planning to turn necks. My PRS rifles have no turn chambers, and my F-class rifles have turn chambers. Mad respect for you, Erik. Thank you. I grew up with a 270 Win, so I love it. Out of nostalgia. My son got his first deer last year with it. Yep. I mean, it works. Any insight on getting your 300 Win mag back? Oh no, I forgot about that. I need to call him. Man, I love your content, but I live in South Africa, so you can't easily change barrels. It takes 6 months and a ton of paperwork. Wow, man, that sucks, man. If you change powder, how do you find any load? Shoot every 0.5 grains to find most consistent velocities, or you have an easier way? Try that. Try to match the velocity from the previous powder if it was shooting. If not, you're just gonna have to do a full load workup. I'm addicted to your interviews. Thank you. So am I. All right. Lapua stopped making 6 Creed brass. They did not stop. It's a suspension for now. Okay, so Let's get that clear. What scope do you have on your 6 arc AR? I don't even remember. It's some kind of red dot. Uh-huh. Did you ever ask Brian about the toothpaste squeeze? No. Was the 270 the one you broke the scope you mounted in the truck vise? Yep, that's it. Congrats on 100,000. Always enjoy and appreciate your content. Thank you. I found shooting sports way earlier in my life, but better late than never. I wish I had found shooting sports way earlier. Yeah, man, better late than never. Any thoughts on the 6mm Remington? No, I'm sure it works. Have you ever used quick load? Yep. Go watch my interview with Chris Long. That's a good one. We talk about quick load a lot. Thoughts on Peterson brass? Nope, never used it. I hear it's good stuff, but I've never used it. Okay, I'm going to purchase another barrel, send it to Alex Wheeler to get it chambered and cut for 875 by 32. There you go. There you go. What is the best scope for long range? Man, I don't know. There's so many good ones. I use the Collis K10 or 50. There's March makes some good ones. John uses a 10 mile. There's a lot of good ones. Before you channel, you had to know somebody to get you into the sport. Yep. That's correct. Brock's barrels are the real deal. Been shooting a custom 223 actually with one and it hammers. Yes, they do. The OBT video was good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was a good one. I listened to it on the way here. That's how good it was. I liked it. Do you ever shoot Lapua bullets? I used to shoot a lot of Lapua bullets. So yes, I have. Should I start using sizing mandrels? Yes. Thank you for your videos. Thanks, sir. Starting at 284 Shaheen from 284 wind brass. Should I use low and 284 wind data to work it up? Yeah. I mean, you can use kind of a 284, regular 284 load. You don't have to be a low end 284. It can be a regular 284 load. Do you find that your consistent loads tend to be consistent across different rifles? Nope. Sometimes. It's not a guarantee. And that's one thing that Brian and I are going to talk about. Because, you know, I'm wondering. But no, they're not always the same. Congratulations on 100,000. Thank you for getting me to reloading. Thank you. You're welcome. Night Force Attacker all day. Not if you're shooting F-class. Which do you like, string theory or loop quantum theory? Don't know. That's way above my pay grade. Preferred powder for 6 arc. Factory ammo, baby. I have never loaded for 6 arc. But if I did, it'd probably be something along the lines of whatever the PPC guys are using, even though the arc shoots heavier bullets. But I don't know, it'd be like an N133 or N140 somewhere. I mean, that's what the PPC guys. A 6 arc is a 6 PPC with heavier bullets. With quick load, I had a modern day buy in the program. Had modern day. I know, I wish, me too. That's why I quit using quick load. Like, they send you a CD-ROM and I'm like, how am I gonna install it? I don't know. My computer doesn't even have a freaking drive. Do you know if Lapua will start making 7 PRC brass? I have no idea. Thank Big Cliff. Needs more. Probably a week or two. We're gonna do some more. Preferred electronic target for 1,000 yards. My latest one is the shot marker. It works good. Is pointing necessary with burgers? It's not necessary, but it does help. What power do you run in your scope at 1,000? 40x. I shoot quarter MOE gun for the first time in my life yesterday in Wyoming, and Now, okay, I shot a quarter MOA gun for the first time in my life yesterday in Wyoming, and now I know why you you love what you do. I think I'm watching your videos help me impress the owner of the rifle. Good. Do you play Modern Warfare? Nope. I don't play no video games. I'm pretty boring. I don't play video games. I don't watch sports. Uh, I shoot. That's what I do. Top 3 powders for the 7mm or 6.5. I'm using N555 right now. I'm sure 4350 would work. Reloaded 16, 4831 shortcut. I'm sure all those would work. Any experience with white oak? Nope, nothing. I've been trying to apply your methods. Favorite cut of steak? Ribeye, medium rare. I've been trying to apply your methods to service rifle, and I think it's really been helping. Good, good, awesome, man. Good job. Made high master scores. Awesome. What do you think about the new PRC cartridges? I don't know. I'm not a hunter anymore. I just, whatever, if it's not a competition round, I don't really use it. My 284 Shaheen shoots 0.2 when fireforming, but then like 0.4 after with the same powder charge. What gives? Well, it's because you're using the same powder charge. You're gonna have to change it, my friend. Case capacity changed. Have you found a 105 Xenars to be much more finicky than 105? No, the Xenars are really easy to make shoot. When is Erik going to develop its own cartridge for F-Class? Oh man, there's no need. I actually have in the past, but there's no need for it. There's so many good ones. Thanks for your work. I personally love your reviews after using stuff to tell us what works. Thank you. Do you have an opinion on Lapua small primer versus large primer? Small primer supposedly works better. I don't really use anything. Like all the stuff I have is small primer. Do you still use a mini lathe? Yes, yes we do. You look like you're ready for bed. Yes, I am. I gotta go shoot a match tomorrow. All right, guys. Thank you for your support. I try to answer as many questions as I could, and I didn't realize it's already been 42 minutes. Wow. Anyway, thank you for your support. And whoa, somebody just say, woohoo, 100,000, baby. Oh, John, I was hoping John would make it. I should have texted him to join the live, so that we can. we need a GoFundMe for John so we can get him some racers. I might just ship. I might do that. I'm gonna go on Amazon and send him some racers, so he can shave his face. We're gonna have to do that at Southwest Nationals. Yes, yes, that's what we're gonna do. All right, guys. Good night. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your support. 14 years, believe it or not. Crazy. And 200,000, I will shave my face. Leave the eyebrows, but everything else. 200,000. Mark my word. So, I was going to say subscribe, but you guys already are. Tell your friends. 200,000. I'm shaving. All right. See ya. Bye-bye. Thank you.